You can knock on wood if it doesn't go you could, or they'll get you a little service.
Just do that jog in a circle. Like, I'm gonna fucking do you.
Inside. Because next level months lead the next level with security, reliability, and expertise to take your business further. AT&T Business, the network you need to run.
Breathe me out. Back to the jog. Go down to the wall. Alright guys, grab your partner. We're gonna get out of mount. Work on your mount escapes. Add in there since we're all gonna wipe up in here today. So I want you guys to do a little bit more. I want one hand in the collar if you're mounting. The person on bottom has to get out of that. One hand in the collar, deep as you want, shallow as you want. Person on bottom, you gotta get out. Remember, we're warming up, so still move. But person on bottom, control tempo. You want more pressure, you want it tighter, let them know. Same as always. Go. I'll tell you when to switch. Are we back and forth, Eric, or are we switching out? I'll tell you when to switch. Hey guys, if they do something that's not right today, there's no new guys in here. We all should know some things. So stop it. If they're doing something that's funky, stop it. What would you do? Let that go. You don't have to be heavy in pressure and intense to stop something. Block it, nice and easy. Make them think. Still not going 100 miles an hour, but you can make them think. If you feel them doing it right, let it happen. Should be no bench presses or spins. All technique. They get stuck, they get stuck. They'll figure it out. It's a good time to learn.
Kroger Delivery will make your dollars stretch with great deals on ingredients to make this holiday favorite. Thanks to our professional drivers and refrigerated trucks, get Kroger delivered to your door.
If you don't get it, you're like,
Order online now at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Enjoy a Boost by Kroger membership for 50% off. Click produce your coupon and enroll to get free delivery for less than $30 a year. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Wings in here. Oh, I've never ordered from this anymore. Popeyes now has wings and 5 members. Ghost pepper, roasted garlic, parmesan, sweet signature, and water. Marinated in Louisiana spices and battered and flavored. Makes no sense they're $5.99 for 6 pieces. Taste them.
Crunchy outside.
And juicy inside.
Consider me.
That's the most romantic thing you've said to me all morning. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
All right, time. 50 games. Today, guys, we're going to go over something. We went over the mission control a while back, but there's another position that I was introduced to this the night I got my purple belt by another guy who got his purple belt in a room full of like 50 people that I didn't know. And this one thing, I could tell you this was taught, right? And I thought, you know, my guard gauge was pretty good, super flexible, butterflies and all that. And the dude was a wrestler. He was kind of strong, but he was good at jiu-jitsu. I'm sure he made black belt before me. But it just destroyed me. Like I couldn't do anything. And it was just a position, similar to mission control, but if you come into a position of mission control, that's when they're playing this defense, right? But if they're slacking, they don't play it right away. Mission control being this. Here, here, here. Notice how we're all to the center here. Letting our hips ride forward heavy, shoulders are up. I got this control here. He either keeps this, if he does not attack my ankle, I step up, pass. If he does grab my ankle, then he tells me I need to push this to the side, circle in, collapse, pass. Right? Basic. This, a little better. This position leads into knee cuts and different things. Now, this relies, you're gonna have, it's almost like a knee on belly, but it's coming through the middle, okay? You're gonna go knee straight in the middle, right? Try to make it offset. I like to try to, when I do these types of moves, I like to take my foot on the side that I'm on. I like to take my foot underneath that butt cheek right there. If you go straight at the middle, then make sure you don't want to be friends with this person at any point in your life. It's probably not gonna happen. I come up this way, right? And I start this way because I'm gonna come through the middle. I'm gonna put my knee here. I'm gonna punch his shoulder. I'm gonna grab this material. If this is loose, like Caleb's is, I'll grab this. We're gonna punch his shoulder, and we're gonna lift his arm. It's gonna create a push-pull with our weight and our leg out. So, if I were to walk up, sit up. If I were to walk up Caleb, if he didn't defend that central position and let me just put my knee right in, that's when I would go to this. And the guy just basically walked into it because I wasn't expecting it. This is where I quickly learned the whole, you don't know what you don't know. So you can't be too mad at it, just learn from it, right? So he walks up, boom, he comes in here, this, and that. Can you move from here? No. No. You can even shelve this here, if they're stronger than you, go ahead and pull that back, your arm. Yeah. In the midst of all this, we find the opportunity to slide in. Okay? Their reaction is going to give us one way or the other. So what we end up having is a position where pin so that he can't turn into us. Arm pulled up so that he can't post or frame. We create the push-pull, we have our weight sitting on. To create even more pressure, our foot comes out, but have it mobile. If you can do this, you can do this move. You're here. Now, how they move and how they try to get out, they have two options. They can try to turn one way to relieve the pressure on the chest, which does what? Allows for the knee slice, or they bear the weight, try to figure it out from the jump. Okay? All right, let's get with our partners. Let's drill it in a few minutes. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about it on 3. 1, 2, 3. You can start from the seated position, however you want to come in. So that knee's gonna come all the way up to his chest. You're gonna put your weight on him. Punch with that right hand and pull. Nice. Now, don't get too high. Yes, this is good. If you're shelving, meaning that you just lean down and put your, yeah. But if you're not shelving, keep this out as far as you can, like a knee on belt. Yes. Talk to him. Let him know. Yes. Foot all the way out. Just put all the way out here and drive it in, like a knee on belt. Straighten it out. More pressure to you? Yes. Yeah, there you go. Now you can switch it up. Just want you to feel that. Here, come in there. Make this post leg out here straight. So put the knee here, and I want this leg straight out. Just for a moment. Now put the knee in his chest. Now put the leg straight out. Okay, go ahead and pull his arm up. What's that pressure like? Guys, you don't have to do the whole thing this entire time with that straight leg. That's a lot of pressure. I just want them to feel it so you guys can understand the difference. You don't have to do that. If you want to do this, remember, bending that knee is for shelving purposes. If their hand is strong, TK, in this case, you bend this knee up and bring this arm. See how he's got you here? Sit up.
You sit up,
Bring it out to your knee, over your thigh. No, over the thigh. Here, switch. I'll come here. As soon as I come into this position here, right? I push here. I feel like you're strong. See how I bring this right here? Oh, okay, I got you. See how I bring this here? This is where wrist I'm in. Got it. Yeah. But if I'm here, you're stronger than me, go ahead and pull that back. Yeah. So it's stronger. I got it. Post it. Sit. Leverage. Yeah. Shelf it. Okay. Thank you.
We got it. Yeah, he's got 3
This is hard for me to do it because
the shelving part, right? Just so you guys know, showing them. If they're stronger, right? So if I come in here, I'm gonna bring it here. If I try to raise up your arm back, I can't get that. Right. Yeah. I'll come in here, see how I'm leaning on it. Good, get your arm back. All I'm doing is creating this. So that when you pull it. Yeah. But if I'm here, I'm gonna pull it. I might lose that. So this is just a shelter so that you can keep it. And I usually come center and I make a shelter pull it. You can see what the potential is here. Because if I'm here, it's like if you get in that position, he goes or barely.
Yeah. One more, you get one step in, right? I'm on watch trying to do this. But when you step out wide, it's like
You good with shelving it, CJ? Yeah. You know what? Kind of bend it, put it behind your thigh. Yeah, good. So you need all the way to the chest. If you need to shelve it, since he's stronger than you, bring your arm out, bring it over. And this, like that. Now put your back arm back. No, let
I always find it hard.
There you go. Now put your arm back.
I always find it really like
Let your hand go like this.
get it on knees and I can get the shoulder punch, but getting control on that other arm is so hard.
Hold up as you go. All right, guys. Let's circle back up here. Let me
I got her.
So as you come in, right, we're here. This is the perfect scenario because if I can get this foot in, he reaches. This is perfect. This is great. Because what's going to happen is he's already halfway given this to me. I've got this here. I'm going to come in and I don't knee pile driving with my knee out, spiking with the knee. I come in here, I step up, and I put this on his pec, right? I don't put it in the middle of his chest, like I said, unless you're in a competition or a fight, and I make this uncomfortable because that's floating rib territory and it sucks. If you want to put it there, that sucks too. I'm going to offset it some. We're here. Matt strong. I bring this up and I show it. He goes to pull it back. It ain't really working. He goes to turn into me. He goes to turn into me. Can't really do that. I'm stretching him out. Knee drops. I lift and it's still stuck to my chest here. If he doesn't retract it and I can lean all the way back here, go ahead and sit up out of this armbar, Matt. We come here, switch, so we don't roll. Now, the finish isn't just hips forward. Look at that. It's shoulders back, then hips forward, right? Because if I just go shoulders back, I might finish it. If I just hip forward, it's not there. We extend it, nice and tight, hip forward. All right, knee slide through, this stays at the chest. As we slide down, we throw our leg over, we need to bring this out so that he doesn't push us away. We keep it in the initial stages because if he goes to sit up, it's gonna stop some of that, right? But then once we get to the point where our hip touches the mat, or maybe just before it if your timing is right, the leg comes over, right? If he retracts his arm, now the reason he's not able to retract his arm, do you guys see where my right knee is located? It's under, it's got his shoulder propped up. Without that, yeah. Now retract it. Let's say I made a mistake. He retracts it down, boom, that's fine. Old Faithful here, shrimp net action. The double whopper with cheese, we pull this up at the elbow just above. And I bring my knees in here because guess what? It blocks it again. And I'll switch. Guys, digging your 3 toes and putting this here, go ahead and turn it into me, Matt. And he lifts his arm up. That's great. Gives me more space to come up higher. I can start attacking. These arms get isolated. If he pushes me down,
This didn't work on me.
no. He pushes me down a little bit, go ahead. He comes and pushes me down in frames. Perfect opportunity to shove it, put it in between us. Double whopper with cheese, right there. Yeah. See, he Venmos me might make it look good. Or I've done it on him. Something, I don't know. Get with your partners, slide off to the side. When you're doing this, we all know what that feels like. Offset your knee a little bit. You can tell, floating ribs, sternum, it all sucks, right? So for the guy who sits there and looks at you like they're gonna take it, as long as you're not being sweat, you're in no position to have to rush. This is how they're gonna let you know which way, just like mission control. Boom, we're here to mission control. If he doesn't grab my foot, cool. I'll wait for my opportunity to pass. If he grabs my foot, cool. You want me to go this way. Press, fall down, collapse, do all that stuff. Same thing, we're here, boom. He's not going that way. If he goes this way, then you've messed up. Pin, push, pull, knee for the pressure and the motivation. Leg comes up with shell if they're strong, if they're not, we can just drive in. Accentuate that foot if you need to. Here, not as much pressure as here. Notice my body drops, more pressure, boom. I slide off. I like to pin it to my chest, right? As I slide over, I cup it. I wasn't even holding it. Did you feel like it was a pretty decent grip on your hand? I go just below the hand on the wrist. The material locks it in. Knees behind the shoulder. We can step over. Shoulders, hips. If he gets it back, we start working that side control pressure. All right, let's see what our partner get a shot on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that one, you just keep it out for the, so once, as you kept it there, so he doesn't sit up, right? So he doesn't sit up with an armbar, because as you slide down, if you're not careful, he'll walk his feet that way and sit you back up out of the side control. There you go, there you go. So to stop that, keep pressure until you get where you want to be. Then it goes out so that you can base. Just like you have it now. Bring it up to your nipple. Yes. Now, switch, and then like take your hand and come across the chest. Same side, you know. So you pull up pressure on it. As you step over, yes. Now, step over with your foot. Shoulders back, hips forward.
Take my shoulder flat.
You will be able to stay there. He said, no, this one is this. He said, no, it's not just for a ride. I just plan to like plus that's fine. No problem. So I switch it, the grip switch, go ahead now, you slide in, keep it up by your nipple, hot. Nice. See how you just switch that grip from here to here? Now when you get down and drop in, now here it is. Bring that hand across your chest, just your hand. So yes, that hand now comes out to the ground. Step over, bring the heel in tight, shoulders back first, and then hips forward. Nice. That hand, I usually like to leave that other hand out there in case it would be a bad move for Caleb in case they just bridge that way. But yeah, I can get so that grip switches. I'm here, I'm punching so that it doesn't sit up. I slide off, and it's so fresh. Caleb walks his feet away from me, and then sits up. There's that option right there. Right? There's always that when you're like a scarf, right? Keep this here. Caleb, you go back. Here, and then go back. Right? You still run to the back of your head. I can put this here as I slide in. I pull, right? Yeah, shave my chest. First. Shoulders first.
Yeah, that's like game changer. Get those squirrely fuckers that fall out of everybody.
One of the worst ones for me, there's two of them. This one's in. Right now, Claire. This one right here. Hate that. And then when they grab your pants like this and you grab your leg. For me, for some reason, somebody when they kneel, when they millimeters. Oh no, it's
Made me not want to go there.
So get it on the outside. So get a grip on this exterior. Keep it up to you. As you slide off, bring it up to your yes. There you go. Slide your knee on. So as you slide off, keep that punch. Now, do this one again. As you slide off, switch it across here. Drop your hips to the mat. And then hand goes to the mat. Right hand goes to the mat. Nice to base. Step over. Bring your heel close to your body. So cup his head. Yeah. This one. Yes. Now, shoulders back first. Nice and slow. And hips forward.
Yeah.
Those are your questions. So, it should not be able to with your knees and chest. Like this, go ahead and just try it. Maybe do this again, switch to the opposite side. There's a lot of pressure. Because of these true fashions, go ahead and get a grip with both grips. Now, take that foot, stick it out this way. This foot out this way. The only part of that. You don't do that just when you do it. Open up. You guys slide off. Nice. Yes, that right leg sticks under your shoulder. It's just right hand, step over. So when you put, keep your hip on the mat, don't go too far. Keep it down like that. And go that way. Yeah, if your hips are up too high, you might be able to. This one, so to stop what you just did, keep your foot there. Now do it again, CJ. Roll your arm up. More difficult. But with this, if he goes to do that, go ahead and try that, and this time go forward.
That's what I mean. Like that's
It's going to be difficult. And then, but if he gets his arm down, remember we switch into the pressure. Guys, remember, switching. Remember, you switch into the pressure and you lose the arm. So forget that you forgot to put your knee underneath their shoulder. They start to pull that elbow to the ground, work pressure. It goes straight to the pressure gauge, right? So let's say you two were going. Go ahead, TK. No, start from the beginning. Boom, we get this, we come in. Matt's a big, strong dude. You're going to shelf that arm, but down. He tries to roll to the opposite side. He leaves it open. You slide in. You try to keep this. If you lose it there, that's fine. Both hands behind his far elbow, and then pull him back towards you. Nice. Turn your hip. Nope, the other one. Nice. Sit on those ribs. Nice. Lift it. If you lift it, you can replace your bottom knee under his shoulder. Nice. Now, dig those toes in. These 3 toes here, you can actually wedge underneath his shoulder. Now, sit your hip to the mat a little bit. Now, go ahead and turn in. Sit your hip to the mat a little bit. Bring your foot out. Let me see your foot. Bring it out about here. I want you to, just wedge it underneath the shoulder once you get it up. Now, remove your hands and let your hips sit on the mat. Can you turn into them real easy? That's the test. So how do you know if your knee's in the right spot? If you're applying enough pressure, if you let everything up and you just keep that there. If he's having a difficulty turning in, go ahead. Then your knee's in the right spot. You don't have to have everything. That's just an extra pressure additive underneath that shoulder that that person doesn't have this much movement. If you move that knee out and he turns up, what do we grab? We grab underneath the bottom elbow. When you're pressuring somebody on the bottom, don't worry about their hands or their forearms. That is nothing. The elbows bend, so they're gonna get out of that. But if you grab this, that's where you control it. Now you drive it back to the mat. Put his back on the mat. Yes. Nice. Legs out. Good deal. Then you can hold him there if you like, or switch back up to that pressure that you had a second ago. If they really start trying to circle his right hand in the frame on you, let him do it. Right hand frames in. Boom. Let it go. Now push it in the middle above your chest, and then collapse on it. Put your chest on it. Down on his elbow. Yeah. Come back. He comes down with this, put it right there, and put your chest on it. Okay, now drop that pressure down on here. There you go. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, guys. It's a beautiful thing. That's what there's. Now that we're here, stay right here. We'll just move over here. Something that I don't do a lot, but I get a lot. See, TK's here, right? What's something that people always do when you're here in this pressure? If they can't push you off of them and the bridges don't work and the shrimp net keeps you from shrimping away, what is a good thing that you can always do to direct somebody away from you? Is framing and pushing on the heavy face. So when Matt goes to push on TK's heavy face with that far arm, TK, take your right hand, and I want you to grab behind, fingers deep, and I want you to do what I like to call an angry swan. This looks like a swan. And swans are nasty and angry anyway, right? Like geese. They will just chase you and bite you and honk at you, right? Grab that. I want you to turn, square up to him, and I want you to bring that elbow to his middle, more middle, and let your weight sit on it. Boom, just like this. This sets you up for that arm bar. Step your left leg over his head, because he's gonna turn, and then you spin for the arm bar. Spin around, and the arm bar. Steven likes to do that. Donnie, big on that. Donnie was big on this. Donnie will come in, and he'll come up, knee on belly. I'll go crush your hips. We're here. As soon as you put your hand on this knee, he made the space. Donnie will come in like this, pulls it up like this, and then he spins. I mean, that is, what I just did is probably 1/3 the speed of what he does with it. He spins so quick, it's a, you just blink and you miss. And next thing you know, your arm is, because he's so big. You would be like, nah, 260, he can't move, man. He's just big and strong. Let that fool be in fighting condition. It's like you're fighting a nest of hornets. It's like, what? I can't get him off of me. But anytime, not just in this position, anytime you're here, anytime somebody makes an elbow, when somebody makes a 90 degree with their arm away from their body, on the bottom we have arm bars. When they're on top, we have fingers. So there's an option. If nothing else, think that help? You can always pull. You can always pull. But this is solid. This is basics. I'm a fan. Staying on top. Right here. If he comes into me, he creates more pressure. My knees are here. If he tries to go away, it's like he makes it worse. Right? Remember, anytime you want to control these arms from top, you want to get here. Then you're open. This is where you grab. This, you can move his elbow and pull away. This, he only has one place he can go. And that's this way, right? Which turns into our pressure, or into our arm work. This is why our rule is what? Keep our elbows tight to our wrists. Yeah? So, for those of you who like to get out of this position, frame, or better yet, keep this here for defense. Now hip away. Hip escape. Hip escape. Frank, no. That's an arm bar. Hip escape. Cut that. Keep it here. See what I mean? You stop it with the opposite. I can't arm bar that. To arm bar that, I gotta grab it, pull it up. Now if I do that, you let me do it, right? Because you're here. Everything's nice and tight. You can fit it. But once again, if we come in here, and this elbow flares out, you scoop it. And if you have to, two hands, boom, pull it up tight. I bring the knee to the chest with the shoulder, and then from here, he decides where we want to go. If he wants to fight me hard here, I'll slide it up to his face, and he'll push his head away, and we're here. If he says, no, I'm going to grab my belt, go ahead and grab your belt, your own belt. Yeah. I hug. Go big before you go small. Boom. So this is more of like starting in that position and moving into your attacks. Okay? All right. Let's take a couple minutes and just work that. Scooping that arm if they push on the knee, right? Or we're gonna get their push in our face. We're gonna grab that, spin around for the arm bar. So work knee on belly, with them just pushing it, and then if they're pushing our face from that pressure, grabbing it, centering it in the middle of their sternum, or the soft squishy part right here. Got it, maybe. Flips my mind right now. There you go. That's right. That's why I forgot, because we don't have it. Give it a couple weeks. So he slides off into the pressure. Oh, nice. And your knee comes out, Matt, because you made a mistake. So your knee comes away. TK pulls his arm down. And now you got pressure. Pressure on it. Nice pressure. And nobody push your face. Yeah. See how he's leaving that open? So the right hand is going to grab that. You're going to turn and square up with him as you bring your elbow in. Bring that elbow up and in. Nice. There you go. Then you can step over, spin to the arm bar if you like, or just hold him and cook him.
That's the north side. You got any red things?
I need to, well, I was talking about that last week, I need to do all this for more. It's the stuff that you learn and just don't do.
Right. There you go. Press. Which side hurt you? Which side is hurting? That one. You want to go on this side. Just start inside control pressure because he's going to bring it around.
This side, we put it in here is better.
Yeah. When you come across for this, are you talking about knee on belly or are you just doing the first belly? Put it on here. Put it down around just a little bit. For demonstration stuff. You know, knee on belly would never put it that low. For demonstration, you can. Yeah, you can rest on his hips.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm saying it's just
If you flares it out, you can pull it up there. My favorite. Okay, look at that. And if he does this, you're going to get down. For his purpose, you step back. Slide it. Next foot, you step. Good angle, too. That's good. We always spin the ball straight, which allows for you to go like this. You can fall at that angle.
Yeah.
It's tough. Even if you go through your fingers. Like this. Drop it in or drop it in. Yeah. Put your elbow in your tight. Nice. Step around. Keep it to your body. Spin.
To me, that's like, I don't think there is a need for that.
see that thing I sent you yesterday about the guy from strength. Strength is only bad for you. Flexibility, technique, and all the stuff.
Oh, no.
Strength is also part of his freaking toolbox. You got it.
I think everybody got to the point where when guys are just so strong, they rely on it too much. That's when they start saying, hey, you need to start loosen it up, like our friend was always tensile strength. I don't say strength, I say tensile strength. Because strength is good when you do it, but just constantly flexing, it's like you're not gonna grow. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. I used to tell guys, certain people, I used to be like, yeah, let all your muscle strength go, and then when you need it, like just move smoothly. Like, you know, Chewy is like, just let them have it. Don't tell people who are flexible, don't be flexible. Don't tell fast people, don't be fast. I say, I get you. I get you. Yeah, Matt, stop your strength. I was so happy to hear that. I was like, yeah.
Who's the really big country boy, like 260, 270? I think he's a purple belt. He was here for open mat a couple weeks ago.
I don't know how big for
Big. He came in. He was a real big guy that was here for open mat. Country boy.
When?
What belt was it?
When?
The 270-pound guy that was fucking heel hook.
Oh, Ethan.
Ethan? What's his name?
No, but Ethan?
He's a British, he ain't nothing.
No, not that, not the Brit. We're talking about big Ethan.
Oh, maybe it is. Then. I was thinking of
he's
the
a big
Brit.
guy, beard, kind of, and he got ankles and all this.
Because I went for a straight ankle lock and he laughed at me and was like, "You can't."
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
That
that's
was a couple weeks ago at open mat.
That's Ethan. It was Ethan.
yeah, you can't kill hookers. Nothing that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony.
He was like
Played bottom.
surprisingly, like
Yeah.
played bottom and then was going for heel hooks and D-bars all the time.
Yeah, that's Ethan. Yeah. Not the Brit, which I haven't seen him in forever. Is he still alive?
You
I don't know.
once a month.
Sure.
I can spam him on Facebook.
Ethan's got the games.
Ethan's got ankles like that figure around. If you ever tear off one of his feet and ankles, you just put it in a top suit. That's the damn
He's not
Yeah.
big, like he's got a strong bone.
Yeah, just a big dude.
I never rolled with him.
Yeah, he's very nifty.
I got the ball vest right now.
I started real big trying to do like leg locks and ankle locks and
I
stuff.
can't imagine being a
He
whole
would come over and I tried him every time he would just like,
Yeah.
he just like laugh. But like anybody else, if I grab it, it's like tapping.
I love milk before when I drink it.
I save it for cheese. All right, guys. Any questions about today's material? It all feeds in, right? So it's a good way to start from the top if a person allows you to do it. A lot of times, guys, if you find yourself in that position and they're not playing that defensive game, they're just kind of sitting there. They may not know what's going on, or they just made a mistake. Capitalize on it. Get that top pressure going. Slide into that. That position may only last you 3 to 4 seconds. You come in, you pin them. If they're not playing good with their legs, just slide right into that side control. Go for that arm bar, or just get in the side control position, solidify it, work on your pressure, work on pinning them. They stick that hand out. So either the close one is going to start trying to frame, which you can kind of move over and catch, or the opposite end when they pushed on your face. They're going to try to find it. If you've ever been under someone's pressure and you know that it doesn't feel good, in the first few moments you're like, be safe, and eventually you're just like, I don't care, get off me. I don't want this on me anymore, right? Breathing becomes more important. Then you start pushing and extending your arms. Just know that when you're doing that, there's opportunities there for your arms, right? Sometimes people do that as a way out. I ain't shaming nobody, trust me, I've been there. Feet together, Bob, Mr. Gracie. I've been to the point where I've been like, here, take it.